The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
83. You know, let's analyze his composure. Oh, for fuck's sake!
He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Are those prayer beads I keep hearing?
I don't pray, officer. Faith in non-existent helpers is a sign of weakness. Not for proper Revicolian men such as ourselves.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sale. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you have a problem with Sealites?
No, no problem at all.
He flashes an impenetrable smile at the lieutenant. I like that adjective.
Sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here, if you can remember it.
That makes sense.
Return without the lieutenant. For this, your balance organ thinks it's a waste of time.
I tend to agree. Thank you for your cooperation, Gary. Don't know why I'm stumbling over my speech so much. I haven't had a drink in about a month. Don't you ever wish Helmdall was a real place? These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes, crumbling. Why did it zoom in like that? What the fuck? That was very dramatic. These are like tank traps or landing craft traps. I'd actually come to think about it, I don't know if you could really call it a trap. Someone could see that from a mile away. Blockades is simply more accurate. A buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Is that it? Alright, that was helpful. Okay. We spoke to the fascist, interviewed the cryptozoologist, analyzed Gary's composure to find out if he's hiding something more. Okay, well this is now redundant. We don't need to ask Kuno or Guard, unless it's necessary to complete the quest, or the task even. A little bit irritated that role didn't work. I was fairly confident in that, but playing XCOM 2 as much as I have in recent days, I should know to never trust a percentage. We need to find one of the old lady who the depressed fishing lady said we also the one we also have to get the signature from. The one who the fishing lady implied, or I don't know, we probably read it on her body language or a tone or something. I'm expecting her to be far more combative than the fishwife.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What do the smokes smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Interesting. Wouldn't have expected that in, like, unincorporated territory. I guess people have got to live somewhere. And I suppose if it's not technically a part of any... Well, I wouldn't say jurisdiction, because we definitely have authority here. But since it's not part of any other official town, there's probably like no barriers whatsoever to construction in terms of bureaucracy. Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
What about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade.
Hard to argue with that. That is enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Abby, don't call Abigail! Are you drinking that? Down, Rock!
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
He spreads his arms as if wanting to embrace me.
Does he actually know you? Or is he just shopkeep friendly?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Sell me some speed.
Here you go, friend.
He hands me a tiny bottle with a straw. The powder looks clotted and quite moldy.
That is unhygienic and dangerous, and it does not endear you to me. Just wanted to make that clear, okay?
I'll have to wait until Kim's not around.
Unhygienic. This stuff is very hygienic. Anything else?
Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He bursts out laughing, then takes 3 gulps of his Pilsner and stares at me intently. What is?
What?
Keep him talking.
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
He says and shakes his index finger at me. You know what? I don't even want the spirits anymore.
So what do you want then?
Give me a fucking Pilsner.
Bottoms up, Captain.
Give me some more smokes as well. I'm spending all my rent money.
My kind of guy. Here you go, friend.
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh. The system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor exquise, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit.
Something tells me it's probably not a legitimate spirit. It's probably like some cheap vodka mixed with antifreeze. He probably found the empty bottles themselves and realized he could extort his friends for it.
Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
He spreads his arms and smiles a crooked, toothless smile.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Impressive entrepreneurship, I point to his vice stand. I approve.
Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Let's keep it moving.
Why did I get $1 for that? I thought about it, and you know what? I could pay 3 real for the spirits.
Finally came to your senses, buddy boy. Ain't nobody else gonna give you a price like that. Had to let life squeeze you to get that, huh?
Yes, life squeezing spirits. Let's just make a deal already.
Sure, friend. People are just so impatient these days. So that'll be 3 real from your pocket to mine. And at this price, you're practically robbing me.
Certainly an improvement over 300. Take the money.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
If you drink this, then you'll die. That's a fact. And that's why we're going to save you from yourself and store this as a sellable item. Go sell it at the pawn shop for a profit.
Okay, so it is, like, probably mostly antifreeze. I'm off.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
He waves me off. Oh, I'm very tempted. Only 3 uses. I wonder if he'll restock. Probably not till tomorrow. Why aren't I... What the fuck? It's not letting me drink the alcohol. I can't fucking use it. That's annoying. I just paid for this. That has to be a... Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, fuck. There we go. There we go. I should have... Oh, 32 bottles. I don't remember the price, but... What would that get me at? I think it's at least like 10 cents. Alright, no, I still don't have enough food. I think I actually paid God ahead of time. You know, if all else fails, I found a place to sleep under that shitty boat, so... Grumbles an unshaven man with a ruddy nose. He narrows his eyes at you as if in recognition, then turns his head away.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I am the law.
You really don't have to. Besides, he won't understand you anyway.
Abigail. Oh, Abigail.
He mutters while trying to brush something off his extremely dirty trousers. His movements are slow and awkward. Who is Abigail? Hey, hey! Who is Abigail?
Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk. Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
He's dying. He probably drank the antifreeze provided by Rosemary.
Don't call Abigail.
He whimpers softly, his voice trailing off into nothingness. I feel like I can't really leave this guy alone. He's gonna fucking die. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I came back tomorrow and there was a corpse here, and none of them bothered to move it.
Hey, Tequila!
A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that I must have come over here and partied with these bums after crashing my car. How did I get back across the fucking waterlock? Did I traverse the collapsed sign? Whatever, I'll shake his hand. I still have shit caked on them from that filthy jacket.
So what's happening?
Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name. Like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street gang.
I don't know. People tell me I'm a cop. I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
He thoughtfully picks at his shit-stained lycra jacket. Lycra, whatever.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Okay, so we probably did have like a lengthy conversation. Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? Did he already get... Yeah, he did go by that already.
Idiot Doom Spiral, huh? This is bound to be a good, high-concept conversation. At last.
What do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
He looks to his comrades.
Please. Please don't call. Don't call.
Begs the man in the pipe. Something tells me that, similar to I and he, Abigail left this man a long time ago.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a Tequila Sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
No, I don't.
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday. And by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Was I alone?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
He takes another sip, then continues.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk.
Hey, I also did a lot of amphetamines.
Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
It is. Oh yeah, that's totally your style. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Yeah, sure, I did that thing. What of it?
Hey man, I'm not judging. This life's a valley of woes. Some of the highest concept people in history have killed themselves. And been drunks.
Yeah, that is true, actually. It makes me think of that meme of people who enjoy philosophy versus philosophers.
Either way, it was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, got our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Yes, I do.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs. Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Double entendre there. I'm sure you also had speed in the blood.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs. The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things." After which, your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
The muscles in your right leg tense up. Your hands cramp on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
In this way, you and your motor carriage have a lot in common.
Yes, indeed.
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to. We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long do we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
It's both true and the opposite at the same time.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say You're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Certainly was. My motor carriage was like my one remaining thought. In some degree. I recognized the sound of Kim's identical car, and that snapped me out of my drunken stupor. If you can even call it snapping out of it. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
I don't need to hear anymore.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
I don't want to spit in his face, but I don't want to hear this either. You know what? I have heard enough stories. They've S-U-C-K. Goodbye.
Is what you almost say, but the words choke in your throat. Do you really want to miss out on all this good stuff? Perhaps it's significant.
Why not? What's in it for me anyway?
There might be interesting details, fresh experiences, exciting rewards. You'd really ignore it all?
Oh no, I wouldn't want that. Not at all.
Exactly. So you know what to say.
You want to tell me how you even became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
The gleam in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar. You might get scammed here.
You want booze, don't you?
I don't want it, man. I need it. Can't tell stories without it. Dry stories are boring, you see? So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I don't want to give you any of my precious alcohol. It's mine.
Suit yourself.
I'll be seeing you, Idiot Doom Spiral.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
I considered giving him the toxic blue alcohol, but that would just kill the man. Away she goes, buddy boy. I see, you needed a hand free. Interesting that it, sharpens the mind. It always makes me think of that guy in Red Dead 2. Fresh tobacco here, feel free to pick as much as you want, sharpens the mind. There's merit to that. I've replaced alcohol and cocaine with nicotine and caffeine. Just please don't call it. Is that the old lady I need to sign?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Is little Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You must be Lillian's twins.
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
Goodbye.
The old woman still hums her unknown song. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
What is the song you're humming?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Sounds nice.
Yes, it does.
I found this jacket, but it's absolutely filthy. Could you wash it for me, please?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
The lieutenant says, rubbing his thigh. Yeah, alright, I'll wait.
Well, Hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking.
It is her.
And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Call me Harry.
Why, I guess I will, Harry. Aye, it just rolls off the tongue. I used to know a Harry. Strong lad, but dumb as a rock.
Just realized that there's a little element of humor in that sentence, because Harry is one of the names that doesn't require any use of the tongue at all. What happened to him?
He did too many narcotics.
Christ.
So many, he fell off his boat and split his skull on a buoy. Folks who saw it say his head cracked open like a melon. Nasty, nasty.
I was asked to get your signature.
Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all this scribble. Tell me what it says.
Test the waters here. Say that there's nothing to be worried about.
It's just a real estate deal, nothing ominous.
A deal with who? It's the Border Union, isn't it?
Yes, it's the Union.
Thought so. So what do the Clare brothers want this time?
Everard wants to turn part of the village into a little youth center.
Huh. I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part. The part we need to get out of our houses. I see Lillian's name is already here. The girl is too trusting. Either way, I won't sign union papers.
What do you have against the Union?
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep.
She pulls a dark red rag out of the bucket and puts it back.
Then the poor get pushed out of their homes and the rich get a little richer. That's the way it goes. So no, I don't trust the fat man, and neither should you.
In her mind, the Union is right-wing because Everard is fat. It's that simple, and there's no change in it. She is headstrong, but there's a slight hesitation in there. You may be able to convince her.
Double sixes, although my heart's not really in it, come on. Half-hearted double sixes.
It's really in her best interest to listen to you. You know how the world works.
Isabel, you must understand, this place needs that construction project.
I've heard that pitch before plenty. Building this, building that, new jobs, new blood. Somehow the people here always end up holding the short end of the stick.
You gotta be smart, read the fine print, think ahead, look for opportunities.
And what do you think I'm doing right now, Mr. RCM?
The scrub brush flies into the bucket so furiously some splashes hit my face.
Do you know who takes the cream off these deals? Real estate developers, construction companies, restaurant owners, Claire's accountants in La Delta. Have some integrity. You're an officer of the law, not some fat slug's corrupt little crony.
Unfortunately, I think I'm both right now.
It's okay. She's emotional right now. Keep at it. We're her out.
Goodbye.